As a matter of forgot, I had gum in my mouth. Oh my God. Hi, Gemini. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy. And today, that's exactly what I'm doing, tarot and cartomancy. I have your reading for October that probably will spill into November, the first week of November, if it takes that long to unfold for you. Now, Gemini, I gotta tell you, I sat down, I've done a whole new rearranging, a whole new background look here and set up, and I cleaned my whole room. And I got sat down and I got my smudge ready, my smudge bowl ready to smudge myself. And a crane flew over right in front of me, over my backyard. And we almost never see crane. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a crane here in all the time I've been here. We see hawks and we see blue jays and cardinals and uh, all kinds of birds. Now, there's a big pond back there, kind of northeast of here. And so that's probably where it came from. But it was when I was getting ready to cleanse myself for your reading. So there's a big significance in the crane, okay? Now, the crane is about guardianship. Now, according to my Animal Speak book, and if you look in the description, I've put what the Animal Speak says. It says that there's some sort of spiritual justice coming around. Karma is at play in your life somewhere. And it's time to have a look at past lives and past issues. I also I thought it was interesting that it flew over what right while I was cleansing myself to get rid of any energy I carried from the day or yesterday or whatever. And I feel like it's got something to do with that for you, Gemini. You're my opposite sign. I'm Sagittarius. So, I know that crane. I feel connected to the whole message of it. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that. So, very interesting. So, while I was shuffling, thinking about you, a few cards, quite a few jumped out. So I'll give you, here's the first three. Okay. 7 wands in reverse. I don't normally read reverse, but I thought it was interesting. It was the only one that came out in reverse. 7 wands, Queen of Swords. So there you are, probably Gemini. And Page of Cups. So 7 of Wands is, not competing. You're not competing. You don't feel like you got to prove yourself. You're at this point in your life where you're like, I'm not proving myself. I'm not changing myself. I like myself just the way I am. And this is kind of new for you because, a lot of us, are like that. We try and fit in, where we want to be accepted, sort of thing. Okay. But you're in Queen of Swords energy now. You also could have an Aquarius around you in your life, perhaps, or coming into your life. This could be new love. You want to speak your heart to this person, right, Gemini? Um, so, but there is for possibly both of you, Gemini, is you're both at a time in your lives where you're very much, like who you are now, where you are now, and not really willing to budge on, a lot on, who you are. So there's some cleansing could be at this time for the Aquarius person or for yourself, a purging, a cleansing, a time for something new. I also think that both of you, if not just one of you, has been hurt in the past, because the Queen of Swords is a little bit cold. She can seem kind of serious, or he. And it's because they were hurt in the past, so they're kind of guarding their heart. They're like, listening to what you're saying, but everybody says that, let's see what you do, kind of thing. She listens for truth and watches people's actions and that sort of thing. But she's very spiritual person, very spiritual. So, and if this is a love situation, you may not be wanting to compete for this person. You don't want to compete. I think once you get a chance to speak how you feel or something like that, you, of course, who wants to compete? But there could be, like, this is a competition card, and you're like, I'm not competing. This is who I am. Take me or leave me, and that's the way it is. And then there is the Tower and the Six of Swords. The Tower is a um, kind of an eruption in a situation, could be a relationship. Okay. So whether this is for you or this other person, there could be a tower moment where, things split apart, which need to anyway. This is a rocky foundation. It's not stable. A storm can take it down, the ocean could take it down. It's not really built in a good place, it's not secure. La la la. I could go on and on. The reasons why this tower probably will come down at some point. Okay. It's kind of, you can predict it, you know what I mean, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. That's going to come down at some point. Like, so anyway, and then there's the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is moving away from any difficulties in communication. And you're kind of getting real clear on what you want. Like I said, you're realizing you're not willing to change on what there's things need to be this way. You know what I mean? You could have sacrificed some as well, but at this point, you want to move on to calm waters, which means calmness in your life, peace, things flowing, things flowing in your life like they should. Okay. And that's after this tower. Okay. You're seeking peace, peace and calm. So, combined with all that stuff, you also got the Three of Clubs. Now, cartomancy is the art of reading the regular playing cards. And that's what this is. I have the Black Scotties this month. I want to also point out that it is the deck of golden opportunities. So there is golden opportunities here for you this month. Okay. So, anyway, the Three of Clubs is a lot of focus and hard work. Okay. I feel like you could be trying to preserve something, or you could be really focusing your energy on one thing, whether it's this person or your quest for more peace in your life, because the Queen of Swords does that too. She's seeking that too, right? Um, but whatever it is, you're really going to be focused on that now. You're going to work hard and probably preserve your time and energy for a specific goal. Okay. You got a specific goal, Gemini. So, hmm. Okay, hold on a second, okay? I want us to do this one differently this time. I normally start over here with where you are now in the present moment, but I want to start with the past, what's gone on in the past, what's in the foundation, because we have this tower here, right? So in the foundation, we can see there's a lot of talk. going on. There's a lot of words in the wind. Some of it could be gossip, some of it could be, you know, talk going around. You know, there's word going around here, okay? And it could be you're spreading it or it's about you. Who knows? Hmm. Well, seems to be about the Queen of Hearts. You could be just talking a lot, you yourself talking, okay? So, anyway, Queen of Hearts, Eight of Diamonds, and the Two of Clubs. The Queen of Hearts could be a blue eyed woman or man, but she is usually the one that we are attracted to, unless this is you yourself, Gemini. You could be the Queen of Hearts. But we're attracted to this person. We find them really good looking. Our heart just goes pitta 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 whenever we see them or think about them. Okay, and here again, there's a lot of talk. You have ambitious plans, goals for this union. You want to meet up. You want to get together. And this, this is already in the works, in the making. You know, you're working toward this now. You're talking about it at the very least with people. I think a lot of talk. Um, and you're trying to arrange this. You also might be going through a third party to try and arrange this situation. Could be a work situation. But I gotta tell you, I think you're attracted to this person. Okay. So now we get to the present. This is already in the works. This is already going on. Okay. Now in the present, you have the moon. So there's some sort of confusion. Uh, someone's misunderstanding, perhaps, or not understanding like the message, or also, this person is also looking in three directions in this card. You see, the dog is looking in three directions. She's looking in three directions, and she's not sure who to listen to, who to sort of focus on, kind of thing, right? And we could feel a little bit distant with communicating with someone. We can't get access in some way. There could be physical distance or some sort of communication distance where, you're like, can't get access to them. It's like, ooh. So interesting. Isn't this interesting? So, Eight of Spades, Eight of Hearts, and Jack of Spades. So this is exactly what I just said. Having a hard time getting access to someone, having a hard time speaking. This is frustrating, and also sometimes that is verbally, getting over obstacles to get your feelings across. It may not be easy for you, Gemini. You're very serious, but you're very sensitive, very beautiful, loving person, like really romantic and everything, very sexy and all that. But sometimes you have a difficult time being, romantic and sexy. You're kind of serious, and you got to kind of practice, sing the song a couple times to till it sounds really good. Anyhow, because you're wanting to express, you're flirting, that's for sure. You're definitely flirting. But there's some sort of trouble in the situation. There could be another person, there could be someone in your way, you feel like this, but this is a brewing a little bit of trouble, okay? Whatever this is, all right. And like I said, the moon is causing confusion, and you're trying to this may not be as easy as you'd hoped, okay? This may be more work than you thought it was going to be. That's all I'm saying. That's funny because in your next, which is what's coming in, I would say, in the next week or so, is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is a lot of work. Focusing on work, saving your money, building something that you're proud of, and really working on it, putting time and energy in to master your craft. This is a mastery card. When you get to the 10, you have completed your home or built your business, you're a success, or you know what I mean, completed some sort of either mastery or a task that gives you some sort of foundation, gives you feel more secure. Okay. So, ooh, I didn't even look at these cards yet. I was just focused on the 8. Okay. Oh, jeepers. So we have the Ace of Hearts, the Nine of Hearts, and the Jack of Hearts. Wow. So I'm going to tell you there's something cooking here. This is a new romantic relationship. This is a love affair. This also could be a love letter, texting, writing. I doubt you're going to write a love letter. You're probably texting or maybe emailing someone. And it is this person could be a friend right now, but you're working hard. You're working really hard to make this more, or they are, and there's definitely something cooking. This could be the romance you wanted. This could be the beginning of something very successful. You are it's kind of cool about your energy, Gemini, because you are very determined and you don't give up. Like, you don't give up. Um, this is building a successful friendship at the very least, I think, way more. Way more. Okay. So, hanging above you, you have the Hanged Man. Okay. This is on your mind. And the Hanged Man is about self sacrifice. This is something that we have to give up for the greater good. Because if we can look at it in a different light, think about what we gain instead of what we're losing, um, you know, there is a new horizon. There's a lot, you can, um, everything's brighter. I'm just saying everything can be brighter. But this means that we have to give up a habit, an attitude, a belief, something like that. And everything will get brighter. And it's the greater good. So, Ace of Clubs, Four of Spades, Four of Hearts. I think it's so interesting. This is the second time you've had this balance, heart, spade, because sometimes, you kind of have the angel and the devil on your shoulders, Gemini. And sometimes the angel is saying, give them a break. I think they meant well. And you're like, well, why should I have to give up anything? And you may at first doubt the brightness, doubt what it can bring. Okay, you may doubt this new beginning at first. You might have your doubts, kind of thing. Okay, but I think that's going to turn around completely. Okay, that Four of Spade turned into Four of Hearts. I think you're going to be uh, possibly more social, like there's a new group perhaps you're starting to hang with, starting to get together with, get to know. But that's because of this new beginning. You also could be starting a new business, starting a new job, going back to work. growing. Also, this is a home. This could be moving, starting, a new home as well. All right. New foundation. But anyway, you're there, but there's something that you may need to give up to get this, because it could lead to something really solid emotionally. Okay. And it's a healing journey as well, a bit of a healing journey. So, in your ambitions, your work pile, and all that, a lot of times, this has to do with work, but sometimes other things come up in that pile. And you have the temperance. Okay. So, the temperance is about having balance in our lives, not too much of one thing, everything in moderation kind of thing. Even good things, you can do too much, you can overdo it. So this is what you're wanting. You're wanting more harmony in your life. I think this is it could be a time of maturity where you're changing a little bit. You realize you could be lonely and you want relationship. However, you may have to adjust a couple things about yourself to get relationship. But I think that that's part of the balance that you want, and something that is harmonious. All right. Also, there you have the Nine of Clubs, the Queen of Diamonds, and the Jack of Hearts. So, seems at the work site, all right, there could be this could be where this person is. I'm not sure. Okay. But the Queen of Diamonds is usually the green-eyed woman or man. This person also could have gray or really pale blue eyes. I usually see this person as mature, but I'm wondering they could be younger with the Jack of Hearts here. Okay. So they don't necessarily have to be mature in this particular situation. I see, but they could be, and you could also have feelings for this person. This person also could be your mother or a mother influence in your life. But I feel this person also could be around the job site, okay, or you're working with this person, all right? They might be helping you bring balance into your life, saying things, or maybe they're role modeling in some way and showing you a light, a way, a new possible path. I don't know, something like that. Okay. And you're only too happy. I think you're really liking this new way. Every pile I'm looking at, I'm going, So this is your exterior influences, okay? So this is how others are seeing you or influencing you, this pile. And they see you as the 10 of Wands. They see you have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of burdens. At work, you could feel overburdened. You have too many things to do, too many responsibilities. And in some way, aren't recognizing your success, because they're relying on you to complete all the tasks, or they're always calling you, you're definitely very important, and you start maybe realizing this after this time. You also might be ready and willing to leave this job, because it's just too much work. You could be getting tired out in some way. You're not physically willing to do it anymore. But the thing is that you are completing some sort of task and successfully completing a task here. Okay, at least a task, if not changing jobs or changing something about work, because you're just finding it too much. Okay. So that's how other people are seeing you, right? You could be taking a rest too. You just need a break because you're exhausted, or were exhausted, or are exhausted. So you also have the 10 of hearts, the 8 of clubs, and the 9 of diamonds. 10, 10. So two tens. This 10 of hearts, 10 of wands is either a completion of a relationship, completion of a job. Um, I don't think home. I think something that you were working towards. And I think it started as a team, and eventually you ended up doing everything on your own. And I think it's something that you do like to do. You do really like it, but you want more balance in your life. You again, right? Like the temperance is saying. So you want when you're home to not be completely exhausted. You want maybe a little bit easier work, or maybe you're only going to work 4 days a week or something like that. But you're gonna negotiate here, okay? Negotiate for maybe more money. You might say to them, "I'm doing everything here. I'm doing a lot, and I do it successfully. I'm good at what I do, and I can see it because I'm doing it all." I'm making you money. So I want more money. This is negotiating maybe for more money. Okay. This is your talking ambitious talk. Or you might think about leaving, you might be thinking about leaving and doing something else. Wow, 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 Gemini. Oh, interesting. You got it twice. So, surprise. This is your surprise pile. You're not expecting. This is a new relationship. This is also, well, a new person coming in, okay? This doesn't have to be a lover, it can be a family member, a friend. This is also you being open to sharing in your life with somebody, okay? You feel really romantic, you feel all those butterflies in your stomach, and this is the beginning, okay? So I feel like there is a beginning happening here. And there's a bit of a change in you too. 4, 4, 7. 4 of clubs, 4 of diamonds, 7 of hearts. You got the fours up here. When you had to let go of something and you were doubting if it was really gonna, do anything, it's like, oh, I'll try, but I don't know. So now you have 4 of clubs, 4 of diamonds. These are both more positive force. You're taking kind of a pause and figuring out how all this is going to work. Okay. You also aren't in a big rush. You're thinking, I'm just going to take a pit stop or rest and take a look at everything, see my options, see what I want. And it has something to do with love. Okay. There could be something here that you weren't expecting as well. You maybe thought you're going in and just it probably was only going to be temporary, or who knows, because it's began kind of with some sort of trouble, you know. Um, hmm, there could have been third party, okay, to begin with, all right, that could crumble, not sure, that third party. And so you might be stepping in and while you're experiencing it, you're also sort of taking a pause, not jumping ahead, seeing too far in the future and the past or anything, just enjoying where you are here and now. Okay. This is coming, and I would say maybe at the beginning of November. Okay. The beginning, or in a month. All right. I'm thinking a month for sure. All right. Um, and things are going to take a bit of a pause, time to grow, time to expand, and rest for some reason. Okay. And concerning Relationships. I think you're making time for this too. Making time in your life now for it. You may have um perhaps, just sort of said, oh, well, I'll come next time or something like that. But now you're really engaging. I like your energy, a Gemini, right now. You're ready to take big steps. I noticed you have the two aces there, right? And they're the ace of hearts and ace of clubs, and then you have 10 of wands, 10 of hearts. You have the exact two tens as you do aces. So you're closing doors, some doors in your life, and you're opening others. One is relationship, some sort of relationship, and the other one could be to do with work. What you're doing for a living, where you're doing it, maybe how you're doing it. Somehow you're making a shift, a change, because I think you want to allow space and balance in your life for perhaps love, for this relationship, for something. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, we'll see what's going to happen for you. I definitely think there's going to be a meeting because you have the ace, two, three, and four of clubs. So this is steps, slowly taking progression. Keep seeing it. I see it kind of slow because I think both of you have your reservations, like for some reason. I'm not sure why, but you're still willing to keep taking steps and to keep taking steps. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen here. I sure am interested. I'd love to know in the comments, you know, because I'm going to tell you there's a lot of communication too. Okay. At first, it may start out a bit negative. You're having a hard time getting how you feel across, okay? And you don't want to start trouble, or they don't want to start trouble, or something like that. And so the communication may be, just make sure you're clear, use punctuation and stuff, because there could be some confusion, or really what your intention is, or something like that. But anyway, it's going to start going. It's going to start going. Anyway, let me know, you guys. I'm really interested to know. And have a really good month. I want to say, I always say this word wrong, so pardon me, but Samayan, which is the end of harvest at the end of October. And I hope you enjoy that. And we just had our Thanksgiving last weekend, a couple days ago in Canada, and that was really nice to get together with family and everything. So I hope you have a really great rest of your month. Bye. Talk soon.